Welcome to my channel. I'm Mimi Midnight and I teach you how to pole dance from a sensual perspective. Today's lesson will be building off of the dip spin. So if you have never done a dip spin before, or if you want to relearn your technique, make sure you check out this video. We will be doing 3 entries and 3 exits from your dip spin. Before we even get to anything, make sure you warm up using the workout in the description below. So let's go over the 3 different entries into the dip spin first. The first one is a pirouette. And our second is starting with a backspin directly into our dip spin. And finally, we have a little foot switch float into our dip spin. So let's break these down. The first one is a standard pirouette. So I'm just taking the front foot, stepping behind me, and that will be the foot that's the foot on the ground when I do my dip spin. Pirouetting, keeping that inside foot where it is. I'm gonna take my outside foot, lean forward, step into my dip spin. So the key here is to really find that centripetal force and lean away. The closer you are, the harder it is to get a sense of flow in that combo. In our second combo, the back hook spin, you can use the weight of your outside leg to push back to get momentum, and we'll step with that same leg to start our dip spin. So take your outside leg, swinging it back, taking a step, continue the rotation around to our dip spin. And finally, we have the flick flat float. So again, I'm using the momentum from my hip to pull to the other side, and then using that hip to push back and lean into my dip spin. A common mistake I see here is using the leg and then having to use the leg again to go around. If you want one continuous flow, which is something I talk about in this video here, make sure that you are using that lean in the hips. Here are 3 exits out of the dip spin. First one, we have a pirouette. Third, we have a twisted grip spiral. And lastly, we have a bridge. If you want more pole dancing tips like this straight to your inbox, sign up for my newsletter here. So I'll give you some tips for doing these exits out of the dip spin. The first one is pretty easy. When we do our dip spin, we'll take a step with that free leg behind us and then start our pirouette from here. A tip for your pirouette. It's much easier the less you move your hands. So try and maintain contact with the pole the whole time with your hands. So as I take a step around in the dip spin, I'll use the opposite foot to step behind me. Now watch as my hands shift here. To come into the pirouette. Now watch the top hand. Do you see how my hand is sliding up and it's sliding back down? And this hand slides down and then re-grabs up. So your hands will be going like this as you're doing the dip spin to pirouette. For the next move, this is a little bit more of an intermediate move. When I come around for the dip spin, I'm going to take that step behind me still, but instead of doing a pirouette, I'm going to switch my hands. Now my lower hand will be on top, and then my other hand will reach behind me as I take a step with that outside leg to the front. The last one is pretty easy. We just do a dip spin, take that step behind you still, place your waist or your hips on the pole, and just lean back. Feel free to put together the beginning, the entries, with the exits, mix and match them, and see what you come up with. If you want more pole dancing tips like this straight to your inbox, sign up for my newsletter here and make sure to check out this video next.